Welcome to Red Dead Redemption 2 Easter eggs! We're going to start off with a meteor strike in the woods. This is a cool sight you can find, and it's also a journal entry. Jot down some notes. Found a meteor in the woods. Thank God it didn't land on me. This is where you can find the meteor strike. It is right next to the abandoned trading post, right down from Dover Hill. Alright, if you go up the hill from here just a little bit, you can also find another meteor strike. Right up here, you will find a house. And what's inside this house is actually pretty disturbing. Here, let me show you. You see a meteor strike crashed through the roof and took out this entire family that was in here and just mangled them. It's pretty messed up. But yeah, nothing in this game is friendly. Not people, not animals, not even science. Next, we have a Sasquatch cave that you can encounter. Sad thing with this, my recording software was being a little iffy on me today, and I didn't get to record the audio of me talking to the Sasquatch. But I'm going to show you how to glitch yourself into the Sasquatch cave. You got to keep running up that slanted piece of the hill right there until it finally forces you to get up here on the rock. You're going to crouch right here, go to the left hand side of the rock, and you'll come in here to a a lot of low resolution textures because you're not actually supposed to be in here, and this is the cave that the Sasquatch is supposed to be in, but this shows that in game there is no character model for the Sasquatch. It's just a voice that they angled from the cave to make it appear like there was something in here. But it's cool that you can get up in here and you see a bunch of low resolution textures. Next, we have the Witch's Camp. This one kind of freaked me out because I discovered it on accident. Inside this Witch's Camp, you have a few things you can search. You can come to this chest. You got some Kentucky bourbon, some hair tonic. I believe that's the only thing you can find in here. And I got kind of freaked out. I apologize for this one taking a little bit because I stood still just looking around like, whoa, it's a witch's camp. And then I got scared right here. I went to save my game because I didn't know if I was honestly going to be attacked by a witch or some kind of supernatural phenomenon. I didn't honestly know, so I just went ahead and saved my game just to be safe. And then I turned around and I drank this mysterious liquid out of this witch's cauldron just to see what would happen. And the funny part about this is Red Dead Redemption 2 kind of takes a note from GTA 5 Online's page here, where if you do drink enough, you can black out and wake up somewhere else, which was a feature in their nightclub DLC. But anyway, when you drink from the witch's cauldron, you wake up a few feet outside of the witch's camp. You're not too far away from it. You're still close to it. So if there's something you missed, you can go back and look around. I even stayed in this wooded part of the area for about 15 minutes just to see if I could find something. Anyway, the Witch's Cauldron is located above the inn in Amberino. It's to the utmost part of the map. Next, we have our very first UFO sighting, which is between the N and the O of New Hanover on the map, right above Emerald Station and Emerald Ranch. Alright, when you get to this cabin, there's going to be a note in here. See, this is actually an Easter egg to a cult that ended up drinking some kind of serum and killing themselves. Anyway, at the second hour under the half moon, by the great love and grace of our Savior, Kuhawaba, voyager of time and galaxies, we cast off our corporal shells, so his vessel can take our spirits to the promised realm, to live in peace and power until the 2000th year, when we will return for the new chosen and worship once again at the peak of Mount Sean. In his love, we rejoice always. So yeah, here we have a mysterious cult Easter egg where these guys drank some kind of serum like some Jonestown's Massacre stuff and ended up killing all of each other inside of this cabin. Moving on, what you want to do is come back to the same cabin, except this time at night. Preferably around midnight is the best time to activate this Easter egg. And when you return at night, as soon as you step into this cabin, a UFO will come above you and, I guess, gather information or try to abduct you. I'm not quite sure what it's doing. So you'll hear the UFO to be right above you. See, I made the mistake of trying to rush outside and see the UFO. I didn't actually catch it, but you can still see the green fog coming from the UFO. But yeah, that's your very first UFO sighting. Next on our list, we have the Night Folk. In order to activate this Easter egg, you have to come down to Blue Water Marsh and find a body hanging from a tree. See, right here, I noticed it as soon as I rode by it. Now, what you want to do is go to this body and stare at it or be in the vicinity of it for about 5.5 seconds. And then the Night Folk will spawn and try to come after you. See, this right here is an Easter egg to the very first Red Dead Redemption's DLC, Undead Nightmare, because all of the people that come after you will literally sound like zombies from Undead Nightmare. And it's pretty creepy at first if you don't catch what's going on. See, like me, all I had was a pistol on me because I forgot to pull all the weapons off of my horse. And the weirdest part, when I got done killing all the zombies, my damn ammo count ended up being 666 for some reason. It creeped me out. It might have just been something that happened by chance, but it still creeped me out nonetheless. Anyway, what you want to do is aim at this guy's noose and shoot him down from the tree. And when you do this, you need to loot this guy's corpse, and he'll have a note on him explaining who the Night Folk are. You'll want to open your satchel and inspect this note. If you find this, I am dead. The Night Folk haunted my dreams, and now they haunt my waking hours too. I have tried to evade them, but it is only a matter of time, I feel, before I am bested. The silence is overwhelming. Pray for me. So pretty much, yes, this is a shout out to the very first Red Dead Redemption with its very first DLC, Undead Nightmare. Next, we have one of our very first friendly Easter eggs. This is where you can find the Jungle Book snake. It's right out from the O in Lemoy on the map. You want to come to this location where there's trees. Just make sure that there's no alligators or snakes in the vicinity around you. Just be safe. You come to this tree and you'll see the snake from the Jungle Book hanging from the tree. Sadly, though, you can't fight it and you can't skin it. But it is the only snake in the entire game that is this big. And he is sadly already dead, so there's no talking to him or no interactions. But this is another cool Easter egg nonetheless. A good shout out to the Jungle Book, a classic Disney movie. Alright, with this next Easter egg, you can actually find Bonnie McFarlane's ex-husband. And I'm going to show you here on the map of where you can go to find him. He's going to be right off the shoreline here, right down from Flat Neck Station. Alright, so what we're going to do is come all the way down here. You're going to see a boat flipped upside down. I'm looking for it here. I haven't seen it yet. I'm staring at a pronghorn for some reason. Alright, you're going to see this corpse here. Jump scare warning. This guy is not dead. Just,
Jesus! Thought you were dead. I never stopped.
This is Bonnie McFarlane's ex-husband, the one who was trying to prove that he was good enough for her, but never had a chance to, thanks to her father and her brothers. This is a really long note, so if you want to pause the video here and read it, you'd be my guest. I'm not going to read it out loud, but this man tried everything in his power to try to do what he could to prove to Bonnie that he was good enough, but he never had a chance to, thanks to her family. Alright, moving on. Alright, this Easter egg is known as the Devil Man in a cave located in West Elizabeth up next to the Black Bone Forest. What you're going to want to do is go through the cave across the bridge. I kind of cut my video because my software was acting up again. I apologize. You want to climb down this ladder, and you want to stay in this area for a little bit until you hear a man start talking to you.
Why don't you turn around and go back to the light? Can you leave my cave, please? Go and find your own cave. There are nasty things and nasty people down here, and I don't mean you. I'm the devil. I'm the devil. I'm the devil.
So, with this man screaming, "I am the devil," I kind of got creeped out and I went to leave the cave. You can see him over there in the distance pop out. But yeah, this is the Devil Man Easter egg. You ever want to visit this guy? Go ahead. And our next Easter egg is a very long one, so get buckled in. You want to go to the Forest Saloon in Saint Denis. And on the back of this saloon is going to be a marking left by a vampire. You have to find 5 of these markings in order to have an encounter with this vampire.
You okay?
Things been tough, truthfully.
You'll be fine.
I drank from the maiden. And I live again in the dead. The heart of the ring of blood.
How's you?
Yeah, this man leaves cryptic messages all over Saint Denis, and you have to find 5 markings in order to have an encounter with this vampire. Alright, marking 2 can be located southeast, listen to me, I'm sorry. It can be located near the trapper on the other side of the gate, far from the trapper, where it says Saint Denis open daily. You're going to go to the right of this gate and head. See, I overlooked it at first when I came in here. I'm like, where's the marking? I don't see it. And I went back towards the front and I found it. See, you'll see it here in a minute. I'm looking around like, where is it? I can't see it. There it is. See, I'm good at finding things. Alright, what you want to do is inspect marking 2 and read the second cryptid message. I feed again, the blood of life. The circle has begun. Alright, now we're going to move on to marking 3. This marking can be found on the back side of the gunsmith in Saint Denis. What you're going to do is go left of the gunsmith and go down this little alleyway with all the Chinese markings. Head down this alleyway.
Yep.
See, I got a little confused here. You're going to take a right into this little cubby hole here. And at the end of this cubby hole is going to be the marking. Alright, you're going to want to inspect this marking. And then you'll have your third encrypted message. With one long kiss, I draw the life from her and await the outpost of advancing day. Meaning that the vampire is trying to avoid light and wait for his next victim at night. And you got number 4. This is going to be the electric station down from the right of the gunsmith. You're going to want to come down these stairs when you go down the alleyway, and it's going to be on the first wall you encounter. Alright, you want to inspect this, get your 4th marking. Oh, sweetest of napes, may your blood remain forever on my lips. 6 there will be before the lust is sated. So, since we're at this 4th marking, this person is close to his 5th meal. Next, the 5th marking is going to be right behind the general store in Saint Denis. Alright, so we're going to go behind the general store here. Just make sure you don't bump into nobody, because if you get in a fight or somebody with something, I'm not sure if it messes up the quest or not, but it's best not to have an interaction with anything. That way this Easter egg quest is not interrupted. Anyway, your 5th marking is here behind the general store. You want to inspect this and get this in your journal. And this is going to create a 5-point star across Saint Denis, signaling that there is indeed a demonic vampire in the vicinity of everyone, and no one even realizes it. Alright, now what you're going to do is wait till midnight and look on your map in this exact location, and a corpse is going to appear with a black X. What you want to do is go to this corpse, and this will be where you battle Nosferatu, a classic vampire in in all of horror movies. What you're going to do, see, I found an easy way to it. You go down this little alleyway, you're going to turn to your left, and you're going to see Nosferatu feeding on a victim.
So, you found me.
Hey, what are you doing?
Stay back for your own sake. I walk with the undead.
You want to hold square to talk to him.
You're a vampire?
I have been called many names over the centuries. Now go, or I'll feed on you too.
You have the choice here to defuse or antagonize. Of course, I antagonized him. He's a vampire.
Goddamn idiot.
I'll suck you dry.
What you want to do here is react really quickly, because he comes at you walking extremely fast. See, I dead-eyed him 6 times in the face just to make sure he was dead and he couldn't hurt no one else. However you choose to take care of him is up to you. You'll get a special dagger from him known as an ornate dagger. I think it's a ceremonial dagger for slitting throats and obtaining blood. Not too sure, but yep, this is how you encountered the Saint Denis vampire. You can come over here, you can loot him, or you can't loot the corpse. Moving on, next we have a Walking Dead Easter egg. You can encounter this in, I believe, in the center of Lemoyne. This Easter egg is supposed to be Herschel's farm from The Walking Dead.
Easy now.
See, here I explored the town a little bit to see if I could, go inside anything. Like, here's a church. I couldn't get inside the church. They call the town Pleasance, which I don't know if that's any relevance to The Walking Dead. Now here on these tombstones are the dates of when the people in the show would have died, which I think is pretty interesting. I'm guessing characters. I don't watch The Walking Dead myself, but I still find it pretty cool. I like the game series instead of the actual TV series. So you got the farmhouse, and over here you have a shout out. This one says "Stay out, plague," which in the show I believe it says "Don't open dead inside," which I found pretty cool. Yep, this is Herschel's farm from The Walking Dead. Hope you all enjoyed. Like, favorite, and subscribe, and I'll holler at you later. Thanks for watching.